My name is Jinjun Liu. I'm a professor with Xi'an Jiaotong University. I've been working in the area of power electronics for many years, since 1992. Then I have been working as a professor in the universities in the power electronics area. Well, according to my experience, the paper selection criteria for the papers submitted to PCIM Asia is kind of a little bit, different depending on whether the papers are coming from industry or coming from the academia. Usually for papers from academia, we will be more looking at the innovation in terms of theoretical analysis, in terms of the new ideas, new methods. While papers from industry, then we will be more focused on the application side. How new technologies, new products have been adopted in the new applications. Well, in my impression, the unique feature of PCIM Asia, which is different from many other conferences in the power electronics area, is that it has very strong connections with industries, especially strong connections with the industry companies that are manufacturing power semiconductor devices. Therefore, because of that strong connection, they have organized always, for every conference, very good events, activities, giving the industry companies a good platform to introduce their most recent state-of-art technologies and products. And then there's also a very good opportunity for the people from academia to see what happens recently in industry. And that's, I think, the most distinctive feature of a PCIM. Right, yeah, all these emerging new technologies in the area of artificial intelligence, in the area of information technologies, they require a sufficient, clean and green energy supply. As we are going to more artificial intelligence required computing power, and then more power to supply all these information technology devices, equipment. I think the big challenge is that how we can fulfill that, dramatically increasing energy requirement from these new technologies, especially when you see this, the ultimate limit. Actually, somebody said the ultimate limit for AI is actually relying on the requirement on the energy. I think that's a big challenge for the power electronics industry and academia. But at the same time, it's also every time when you see a challenge, there's also opportunities for the people working in the power electronics area to propose and come up with better solutions to fulfill all those needs and fulfill and cope with all those challenges. The Chinese power electronics industry and academia both will be playing a very important role in the global market. In the last 20 years, there is a very fast improvement in the power electronics area in both academia side and also industry side. The example from the academia side is that 20 years ago, if you look at the number of papers that have been published at that time in the IEEE transactions on power electronics, there was only very few, less than 10 papers per year appearing on that transactions. But after 20 years, if you look at that transactions now, the papers that these transactions published now there are like more than 40% of these papers are actually coming from China. The other example from industry is that 20 years ago, you don't see too many power electronics products in the market, which were actually from China. I mean, manufactured in China. But actually, after 20 years, you can see a lot of things. I mean, in the power electronics industry, in terms of components level, from power semiconductor devices up to the equipment level, different power converters, and up to very high power applications. Many products are manufactured by Chinese industry, and they are very competitive in the world market now. So I think in the future, I mean, the Chinese industry and Chinese academia will also continuously play a very important role in the world power electronics area.